Hello, my name is Neil Goodman. I'm the CEO of Magnum Mining and Exploration Limited, which is an ASX listed company based in Australia. We own an iron ore deposit in Nevada called Buena Vista. It's an old iron ore mine that was previously mined by US Steel to feed blast furnaces back in the 1980s and 90s. It's closed down, but it has been kept permitted and is shovel ready to start production again at any time. It is in a great position logistically, and we intend to restart the mine to support the green steel industry. I'd like to share with you a brief presentation about the company and the projects we intend to undertake. So as you can see, we're looking at two products. We're looking at DRI grade iron ore and also green pig iron. So we're looking at the two complementary projects. One, as I mentioned, was the Buena Vista iron ore project in Nevada, over 230 million tons of magnetite deposit. We've done the technical feasibility study, and we're looking at a low-cost path to production. We're also looking at a separate project we call Appalachian Iron, which is located in West Virginia. This is to produce green pig iron, which is using the high smelt technology. Has got strong backing from Senator Manchin in West Virginia. It's a totally separate project, and I'll talk about that separately later on. But first, we'll concentrate on the Buena Vista project. So the Buena Vista iron ore mine, it is in a mining-friendly jurisdiction. You'll see on the map there, we're close to Reno in northwest Nevada. And the beauty of this project, it is very close to logistics, to the main east-west coast Pacific Highway railway, within 30-40 miles of a load-out facilities, so we can deliver our concentrate to unit trains and then rail down to Oakland, San Francisco, for shipping out to Asia and the Middle East, where these markets are for the DRI grade concentrate. It's a great site. We have a lot of land in the area, over 15,000 acres. It's all fully owned by Magnum. On the geology, it's a very high iron grades. It's what they call a sea of magnetite. We have a lot of magnetite on our claims. We found more, as I'll talk later, via aeromagnetic surveying. We're also talking to some neighboring mines that have closed down that we could pick up as well. A lot of magnetite in this region. Our resource is JORC compliant, over 230 million tons at about 19% Fe. A lot of drilling has been done over the decades by US Steel and other companies. The pits are existing, the schedules have been planned, and we have the environmental permits to start production ASAP. So the initial mine area we're looking at is in the west deposit, over 157 million tons of iron ore at 23% Fe. We will upgrade that very easily to 68% Fe, which is required by the DRI producers in the world in their aim to decarbonize the steel industry. We've also got some stockpiles that were left behind by US Steel at fairly high grade. So there's no drilling and blasting for the first few months. We'll go straight into crushing, grinding, and magnetic separation of the iron ore. It's an excellent start at very low cost for production. We've also done some aeromagnetic surveys of the area around our deposits. There are other large areas of magnetite, as I said, and we're looking at potentially another 400 to 500 million tons of magnetite in our lands and also within its surrounding mines as well. So as we beneficiate the iron ore, we will produce a DRI grade concentrate, which produces about 68% iron, less than 3% impurities. This is what the steel industry require to use in electric arc furnaces, which will then be used to reduce the greenhouse gas emissions worldwide. Today, most of steel is made through blast furnaces using coal, emits about 2 tons of CO2 per ton of pig iron. With DRI, we can reduce that by 50% using natural gas. And using hydrogen, DRI could be produced with 0% CO2. So this will be in very, very high demand over the years as the steel industry decarbonizes. We're looking to get to production fast track within 18 months. We've finished the engineering to finalize the 800,000 tonnes per year plant. We've completed the contract with Samuels. We'll be ready to procure and build the mills and the magnetic separators and the railroad sightings. It's an infrastructure-rich location. We rail 42 k's away from Colorado, another siding potentially in Huxley, another 69 k's away. We're connected by rail to ports in California, Sacramento, Richmond, and also Vancouver up in Oregon. So a lot of renewable energy projects have been in the area, and we have water permits in place. So I said we've got a fast track to 800,000 tonnes per year of 68% Fe. And the reason we're going for the DRI grade is it's the undergraded demand. As you can see for this waterfall chart, the typical iron ore is selling for about $100 per tonne. The premium for the 68% Fe at today is about $80, $90 a tonne. So that's why it's well worth investing in the processing to upgrade from the 50 to 60% Fe that a normal blast furnaces use up to the 68% Fe. So we're looking at estimated capex of approximately $160 million. We have the OPEX at 67, with estimated rail and port charges 33. We're looking at an FOB cost of $100 a tonne. And we're selling that for $190 per tonne. That 90-year margin will give us a payback period of less than 3 years. Our product quality of 68% will be in high demand. Bloomberg recently put out a report that said this grade of iron ore is going to have to increase tenfold to support the decarbonisation of the steel industry. We have the potential then to go further expansion, an extra 1.6 million tonnes per year. We've done a study for this. We're looking at $280 million, similar capex and OPEX, good NPV of $500 million, 40% IRR, good payback, and again, the product quality will be 68%. And even with a lower potential sales price, the economics are very good, and with a 25-year mine life. Also like to talk about green pig iron. There is the potential in the future to convert iron ore concentrate into pig iron, which is the highest value product in the steelmaking value chain. It usually sells much higher even than scrap steel. Typical pig price today is about $700, $685 a tonne in August. And as you can see, that gives a big premium over iron ore for a very low OPEX cost. So that is a future potential for Buena Vista, but this will be 5 to 10 years in the future. Moving to pig iron, the economics are very compelling, very interesting, but the best pig iron project we're looking at is a separate project in West Virginia. So our strategy is to start up with DRI grade concentrate. 5-year schedules being prepared, and we're using some redundant equipment. We'll then transition to 1.6 million tonnes per year extra, and then go for downstream processing. So we're presently engaged with 3 companies to offtake our product. Mitsubishi and Anglo American, both trading companies. They're looking to sell on our behalf our product to the Middle East and Southeast Asia. However, interesting concept, we've been approached by Mid-Metals, which is a Saudi Arabian company. They're wishing to expand the steel industry in Saudi Arabia to produce green steel for the Europeans. And they will use their waste materials from the existing steel plant, in addition with our iron ore, to produce green pig iron via the high smelt technology. This is a very interesting concept with large potential for profit for all parties. We are looking to list in New York, and we've hired the New York attorneys and investing advisors for our listing onto the NASDAQ. Appalachian Iron, I mentioned earlier, is our West Virginia project for pig iron, and it was this concept that interested the Saudi Arabians. It uses the high smelt technology, which is a fairly new technology that I was involved in for 20 years. We built the first plant in Australia with the assistance of Nucor Steel. And then we built the second plant in China. And now there are up to 10 plants in operation or under construction in China and Asia. It is a big disruptor. It uses iron ore fines and biochar directly. You could also use hydrogen and carbon capture and sequestration. And so it can be immediately produce green pig iron. So we were looking at West Virginia. West Virginia has great potential, great support. It creates up to 1,000 jobs in a former coal mining area. So great interest in West Virginia. As the final disclaimers. So thank you for your interest.